it's going to be like in the future.
Hey, good afternoon, all my friends and everybody that's checking out this video. I just want to briefly have a conversation with everybody about the theory of dreams. Got a few points that I want to hit from some notes just to kind of point out some things, because I've grown up with the gift of dreams and visions and the gift to interpret those things oftentimes as well. I've had this gift since a little boy, and over the years, as I've gotten older, those skills have become more honed, more sharp, more precise. And a lot of times the interpretation is not only for me, but it's also to be shared with others. So for some years now, I've done exactly that. I've shared my dreams and my visions on my YouTube channel, The Healing House, KCF. The Healing House, KCF, Kingdom Church Fellowship, The Healing House, KCF. And so when my mom was still alive, thank God I had her throughout my life to help me interpret dreams, because she has also, she had that gift. And so she had shared many of her interpretations with me. She worked with me on helping to understand a lot of my own dreams when I struggled with things. And then if I should say it, if I should tell it, what does this mean? What does this symbolize? And so now, being an older man, myself, nearly 60 years on this earth, I've learned to listen to God based off of what it is that he shows me. And so you have to understand that rooted within that the dreamer is a part of the prophetic gifting. As a matter of fact, the prophet, according to 1 Samuel 9:9, in the Old Testament days, the prophet was called the seer based off of what he saw. He spoke what he saw. He spoke the word of the Lord. He told people literally what thus said the Lord. But most of the times he said what God had showed him, and therefore he was known as the seer. And so understanding that the gift is prophetic, understanding that it is a gifting that does not only speak to what has been seen, but it also brings with it the understanding, the interpretation, and the revelation of what was the point of God sending the dream in the first place. First point I want to bring from my notes is in the book of Job, chapter 33, verses 15 through 24. There God speaks. And, there's a conversation between Job and his three friends throughout the book of that story. But one of the points that's made in Job 33, starting at around verse 15, is that there the Bible says that it is in the dreams of night. It's in the slumbering upon the bed, Man, you listen, you in it, you rocking, you rolling, head deep in the pillow, got it ice cold on your face, got your comforter pulled up past your shoulders. You blocked out all the light from outside and all the sound from outside. And you might be blowing on a CPAP or whatever getting you through the night. Might have a vaporizer going. Man, you going in, you sleeping hard. A lot of times the Bible says that's when God decides to show up, tap you on your shoulder. And Job says that's when he gives man his instructions and he seals it in your subconscious. So part of me even discussing the theory of dreams is that oftentimes maybe individuals that have been included in my dreams by whatsoever means, unbeknownst to me, oftentimes people may feel slighted or offended, or they may question what it is that you've seen regarding them, or why are they in your dreams. And oftentimes the answer is real easy. Have no doggone clue. Have no clue. I was asleep. I was snoring. I was enjoying myself. Chances are I probably had to get up for work very shortly. When I'm sleeping the hardest, that's when my alarm is getting ready to go off. Y'all don't know nothing about that though, do you? So anyway, it's an explanation to people to let them know that, I didn't wake myself with a dream, that the Lord wanted to seal my instructions. And if by chance he included you in it and I can share some instructions with you, by all means, receive it, reject it. It's my dream. I didn't manifest it. I didn't make it happen. I didn't decide to include you in a dream. The last thing I wanted to do was interrupt my great sleep to, have nightmares or even good dreams or whatever about anybody else. I just want to sleep. So that's really the real reality of it, truth being told. Another point that I want to bring up with you all is that the Bible says in Daniel chapter 5 that Daniel had a prophecy for the king Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar had saw a man's hand writing on the wall. And so, he wanted clarification for that. And Daniel had to tell him, listen, what you saw, the physical, you saw this. You saw a man's hand. That's why the prophet is called the seer. But let me give you the interpretation of what it is you saw. That man is writing that your days are numbered. So it's important to have somebody who can interpret and point out your dreams and your visions for you to help you understand it better, because according again to Job 33, this is when God speaks into man's ears, literally the Bible says there, and seals our instruction. So the prophet speaks to what has been seen. Okay. Another point I want to give to you in the book of Habakkuk, chapter number 2, the Bible says there that the Lord tells the prophet Habakkuk, he tells him to write out the vision, write it out. Yeah, because I'm going to show you some stuff and you're going to hear some things and I'm going to make things clear for you. But he says, write it out so that people can understand it. He said, I want them to run when they read what you write based off of what I'm going to show you. That's what dreams and visions are about. That's what the interpretations are for. So that when we get the information, we can run with the information. That sound all right? Bet. Next point. And hopefully the final and the best point is that in the Hebrew where that word dream is mentioned, and in Job 33 and 15, where we understand the breakdown of what a dream is for, what it's about, the Bible declares to us in that old ancient Hebrew, and using for that word dream, in the Hebrew text, it's the word halam. Yeah, you know what dream means in Hebrew? They put that word there, halam. You know what that means? To make healthy, to get stronger, to make fat. Let me break that down to 2025 East Cleveland English for y'all. That means, listen, man, you're healthy, you're getting wealthy, and you're getting wiser based off of those great dreams and visions that God sends your way. So don't knock it. Don't blame it on all the pickled pig feet you ate last night. Don't blame it on all the hot sauce. That may have interrupted your sleep a little bit, but pay close attention to what it is that you see in the dreams of night, in the visions of the night, while you're slumbering and sleeping on your bed, because God may very well have some instructions for you in all of that to help make you healthy, wealthy, and wise, because that's what dream literally means. It's not just to run around with imaginations. Folks get dogged that dream all the time. Think about Joseph. The Bible said his brothers despised him because of his gift. Sure they did. They said, hey, there go that dreamer. On the streets in East Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit. Y'all know what they called him. They threw a little extra on it. There go that. But they said, there go that dreamer. Says, yeah, let's kill him. And then we'll see how them dreams work out. His flesh and blood said that. So imagine those that envy you, hate you, and despise you because of your dreams. You can't tell them to everybody. But when God gives you instructions with interpretation, then it's a ministry gift. It's a ministry tool. And then what you see has to be spoken. Thus, the gift of the prophetic with the dream. So if it's to make you healthy, wealthy, and wise, listen, you're going to have some haters. Because oftentimes folks don't want you to be wiser than them. They don't want you to know more than them. They don't want you to have more than them. They don't want you to be stronger or better than them. But the real reality is the dream is to not make you to be healthy, wealthy, and wise for yourself, but it's to bless you to be a blessing to somebody else. So use that gift, utilize it, work on it, pray, ask God about it so you can have better understanding about the gift of dreams. Having said all that, that's all I got. I love y'all, and I preface it by saying peace, Godspeed, and it is so. Holla at your boy, The Healing House, KCF.